branch network. Otherwise, see, with the changing dynamics of mobility and mobile commerce, e-commerce, essentially the customers are now, we are seeing globally, also locally, substantive portion of the transaction-based processing are moving towards digital. Now, branch banking is, if you look at it, it's constructive engagement most of the banks have got. Now, they are maintaining the social distancing, they are navigating the customers for a cash deposit or cash withdrawal, a checkbook request or ATM card request, everything is now transgressed to digital advantage, and customers is now getting used to it. That's happening already. So that's the major development. We are also executing, we are also executing the other norms in terms of quarantining. We have to quarantine our staff, based on tested cases we have. Qatar has maintained a very high standard of medical recovery, and the statistics are quite encouraging. Even though the number of cases are over 1,000, the mortality or mortality rate is 0.1%. It's 104 cases, and that's the maximum we have had till date. So essentially, the quarantine procedures we observed, wherever we have seen there are stray instances within the bank, the entire banking system also has to go through such Medicare observations, and we have maintained that. Spreading the staff, again, 80-20 rules we applied. When we have technology support to virtual private network as well as transactions-based processing, we empowered certain specifics. Workflow automations have been attempted in majority of the cases. These are norms which are going to be changing. We have seen the reflection of knowledge process outsourcing, business process outsourcing over the period of time. Now, this has changed the complete dimension now. This model is here to stay. This is what I'm saying. Every part of the business is now getting redefined, whether corporate or wholesale, treasury or investments, technology or operations. Everything our human resources to start with, will get redefined. This transformation here to stay. This reorganization in terms of digital convergence is here to stay. So some of the fourth industrial revolution products, whether it's artificial intelligence or big data or cybersecurity measures we have to take, are all going to be, it's going to be a business as usual norm in the coming days, because these are contributory for our added advantage in terms of revenue enhancement as well as rationalization. So it's a complete transformation in terms of your business model. Yep. And every institution has to go through the bank.
Yeah. So continuing with that, sentiments which you expressed, with this new norm which has already taken over, there's a pressing requirement for businesses to digitalize their operations and for making available online all their products and services, and in fact move their customers from a brick to click model. Okay, so do you see business establishments locally, regionally, even globally, ready to make this quantum leap all of a sudden? I know some of them have already done some amount of investment on digitalization, but now they're all forced to make a quantum leap. What's your take on this?
Either you innovate or die.
Okay.
That's the situation we are in. Where there is no other choice. See, the convergence of banking technology was visible to me 30 years before. Now, as a matter of substance, these changes are here to stay. Now, the new generation kids, if you look at it, 100% they are on the digital makeup. Conventional wisdom is getting destroyed. So every part of the business, the customer value proposition is getting redefined, whether it's wholesale or retail again. Every part of the business. So you have to look at digital support. That has to be the prime parameters. Now you have tools, artificial intelligence, you have chance which is going to redefine your remittance or trade or treasury. You have big data coming up in multiple forms. You have, the Internet of Things is going to be the dominant impact in terms of customer mobility, and it's anytime, anywhere centric. No more, it's product centric or location centric. It's it's global centric and information centric, and that's the kind of consciousness we need to attempt. And institutions who are not redefining it will be a takeover candidate. And that's the kind of change that comes to every industry. It's not only financial services. Every industry has to change. And this is an opportunity. Big or small, you have to necessarily redefine yourself and you have to rationalize it. Because if you're not changing others, your competition is going to change and they will converge for customer advantage, and their revenues dimensions will change. Their ability to support the shareholders or stakeholders will change. So it's on.
Yeah. And I think it's an important thing which you said, Sita. Do or die now. This is the time when people have to scale up, otherwise they'll be extinct very soon. So I think that's an interesting proposition. I'd like to hand over to Omar. Before that, one last question from my side. I've recently seen an interview from you on with Peter Van Ham, the author of the famous book Before He Was the CEO. So in that book, in that interview, you had mentioned with the current trend of virtual delivery, talent could be attracted from any part of the world, and it may not be restricted by location. And the same way, best of talent have access to the best of opportunities available anywhere in the world. Yes, I agree with you. This is possible for junior level and possible even at the middle level management. But do you see this happening at the senior level management team? Can the decision makers of the organization function remotely most of the time without even having a physical presence or a face-to-face interaction? So this is this is what I would like to ask you. What's your take on this?
Well, that's going to be a reality. See, my thoughts are in 1991 is the same to date. I am of the opinion the global governance will get redefined with this opportunity. Now, where you come from doesn't matter. You will be in a position to attract the best of talents, and more corporate governance will become more conscious. So whether it is gender equality or if you want to hire the best of talents, and that's what every institution is aspiring for, irrespective of the boundaries, you can hire, and you don't need to be physically engaged. So it's virtual everything, and the complete intellectual property reorganization is on. But at a board level, with the kind of reorganizations which Qatar requires, right? We are combining the local business acumen to professional advantage, but that's not enough. You need more executive independent members. You need the best of talents. Now, with the kind of complexity we are seeing, whether it's cybersecurity or specialization in whether it's in multiple form and substance, you can attract wherever they come from. You can attract. So boardroom will change. Again, when it comes to operating management, it doesn't matter. You are not location-centric anymore. You can have the talent, and you will have one universal model will come in, because the idea is to run it lean and smart. The idea is to make sure that you are competitive in terms of global pricing. It's not country-specific now. Everything is going to be universal in terms of the process, procedures, policies, and you will have, as I said in the beginning, you will have a flat wall, and you will have best of intellectual property, irrespective of this is going to be truth in action, a certain amount of parity to humanity, fairness in terms of justice. It is much more ethical in terms of governance. You will have best of quality people, irrespective of the caste or creed or religion or race. You will have. And that's what the beauty of this transformation, as I see it, positive. And the whole human capital is going to get redefined, and you can operate from your hometown in a village as long as you have connectivity, and you can support any institutions. And people will have the human rights will be enforced, which to much better advantage for human prosperity for future generations, because that's what we need. You can sit and operate in multiple jobs. You will be doing time sharing. That's all you will do. Yeah. Nobody is a slave in any part of the world, and you will have your say. As a professional, you will have a say, and you will command your price in uniform terms for your skill matrix. And that's what we need to bring in.
Yeah. That's going to be a complete transformation on recruitment policies and the human deployment across the world, I feel. So when senior management people can work from any part of the world and they can work on multiple organizations like an advisor role, and it's going to help the organization as well to bring in the best of talent and the experience as well. Thank you very much, Dr. Seetharaman. I would like to hand over to Omar Mahmood. You know him well. I know he's been troubling you enough, so let him trouble now on the screen. Thank you, Omar. Come on, I will go off the screen now.
Thank you, Gopal.
Thank you, Gopal, for that very troubling, I'd like to think, working with you for the last few years, Dr. Seetha. I think it's a good segue into my session, Gopal and Dr. Seetha, when you're talking about working from anywhere in the world. So I am actually working